Electronics manufacturers have to protect components from electrostatic discharge, or ESD. A common source of static buildup is friction between two different materials, such as your shoes on a floor. Charge can build up, and when you get near another object, it can be discharged in a sudden flow of electricity. A discharge you might not even feel is enough to damage many electronic components. At Z-Axis, we audit our ESD protection measures in manufacturing every quarter and audit the entire facility once a year. We also audit our customers' manufacturing facilities on request. In an audit, we follow the product through the facility from receiving materials to shipping finished assemblies, looking at all potential sources of static and verifying that they are effectively controlled. We need to make sure that racks, people, anything that may contact the product will conduct any current from ESD safely to ground. Our audit tools include a static charge meter and a resistivity meter, and we'll audit the use of personal grounding straps, ESD safe packaging, and much more. The static charge meter detects charge buildup on people or objects. If we discover any static buildup, we need to find and eliminate the source. If you use wrist grounding straps, during an audit, you'll check that they plug securely into the jack. Then we'll check the jack. At every place we've audited, we've seen at least one instance where a workbench had been moved and the grounding wire left hanging, making the wrist straps useless. If you use heel grounding straps, you need them on both feet to ensure contact with the flooring. The flooring must be conductive. We use conductive floor wax throughout the facility and chairs with conductive casters. Both wrist and heel straps will wear out in about 6 months with a constant bending of the wires inside the strap, so they need to be tested regularly. All manufacturing personnel at Z-Axis test twice per shift. During an audit, we review the test records to make sure that we're compliant. Next, we look at how components are transported around the facility. You can't use regular plastic carts. You can get carts made of special conductive plastic, but we typically use metal carts. The carts have a chain to ground it to the floor. Here's something that's often missed. Any added racks on the cart need to be grounded as well, so if there are plastic spacers, you may need to add a conductive tape across the gap. Storage shelves also need to be conductive and grounded. Here the shelves are metal, and the floor has conductive wax. A resistance meter shows the floor to be in the safe range. Use a multimeter to make sure that all shelves are conducting to the main post, and therefore to ground. You need to ensure that any anti-fatigue mats on the floor are conductive and properly grounded. Again, using the resistance meter to test. In our audits, we have seen regular industrial mats that don't meet conductivity requirements. Finally, look at shipping. Recycling is usually a good thing, but should be avoided in this area because regular styrofoam materials can induce a static charge on components, even without direct contact. It's safer to use all new packaging materials that you're sure are anti-static. We use bubble wrap, pads, and our own custom-formed ESD-safe trays. Auditing our ESD protection every quarter is well worth it. Even fairly small electrostatic discharge can damage sensitive components or products. Sometimes they'll stop working right away, which costs money to replace and delays production. Sometimes they continue working okay, but have latent damage that will reduce their lifetime, meaning the reliability of the final product is reduced. As well as auditing our own facilities, we will do an ESD audit at our customers' facilities on request at no charge, because we want our partners to be completely successful from start to finish. Contact Z-Axis for more information.